Well, disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein's going back to court. He's currently serving a 23-year sentence in New York for sex crimes and will today face trial in California. The 70-year-old is charged with raping and sexually assaulting 5 women in the Los Angeles area between 2004 and 2013. And today, hearings begin in the city where he once called the shots as one of Hollywood's most powerful producers. The Weinstein scandal triggered a wave of sexual misconduct claims in Hollywood and caused women all over the world to speak out about sexual harassment as part of the Me Too movement. The story was broken by 2 female journalists whose search for the truth will feature in a new Hollywood feature film.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
These young women walked into what they all had reason to believe were business meetings.
I can still see it, the hotel room, the floor plan.
He kept trying to touch me.
Hollywood taking a hard look at itself. At the premiere of She Said, the first film about the Harvey Weinstein case, accusers and film crew stood side by side.
The film spoke to me as being just full of women being heroic, from the survivors, the witnesses.
The film recounts how 2 New York Times reporters broke the story of sexual misconduct allegations against the now convicted Hollywood producer Weinstein.
Hi, my name is Jodie Cantor. I'm an investigative reporter for the New York Times.
I don't want to be quoted. Period.
Understood.
Before 2017, U.S. movie mogul Harvey Weinstein was one of Hollywood's most influential figures. For the investigative New York Times article, actress Ashley Judd and other women went on the record for the first time about the harassment and abuse they had endured. The article was a turning point. Numerous female Hollywood stars subsequently denounced systemic sexual abuse in the film business. Yes, it's important that we all talk and support each other and that people understand that it's wrong. Because many men didn't even understand that it was wrong. More and more women in the industry showed solidarity, as here in Cannes in 2018, where 82 filmmakers and actresses made a statement against silence. In 2020, Harvey Weinstein was found guilty and sentenced to 23 years in prison in New York, among other felonies, for rape. Now he's on trial in Los Angeles for more sexual assault allegations. The Me Too movement, which has been ongoing since the scandal broke, has changed the world. Women in all walks of life are fighting back and no longer silently accepting sexual abuse.
Let's get more from DW culture correspondent Scott Roxburgh. Welcome, Scott. Let's start with the man himself. Talk us through the latest charges Harvey Weinstein is now facing in Los Angeles.
Yeah, hi, Phil. The charges he's facing here are 11 counts of various forms of sexual assault, including 4 counts of rape against 5 women in assaults that allegedly occurred in California between 2004 and 2013. If found guilty on all counts, Harvey Weinstein could face up to 140 years in prison. And has he entered a plea? Yes, he has. He's similar to what he said in the New York case in which he was found guilty. Harvey Weinstein has said he's not guilty on all counts. He said he claims he never engaged in any non-consensual sexual acts with any of these women. And is this trial likely to be as explosive as his New York trial, which did so much to boost the Me Too movement? Well, I don't think so, because that trial was really a watershed moment in Me Too. It sort of catapulted the movement, not just nationally in the United States, but really globally, and I think brought about really huge change within the film and television industry, but also a spread across many industries and created sort of massive social change, I think you can claim. This case, this trial is unlikely to do that, but it is very important because it comes at a time where Harvey Weinstein has now started to appeal his New York conviction, which is now going forward to the New York Supreme Court. So if that trial, that conviction is overturned, it'll be this trial itself in Los Angeles that will determine whether or not Harvey Weinstein stays in jail or actually goes free. And how much has Me Too changed Hollywood practices beyond just talk? I think it's had really lasting change. I think the whole sort of culture that Harvey Weinstein represented, the sort of casting couch culture and the sort of acceptance of sexual harassment and sexual abuse, I think is almost gone in Hollywood. There have been a lot of safety measures put in place. There's been a sort of complete change in how production and Hollywood works, and so I think there has been really lasting change. What I think a lot of people have been frustrated by is that change has not been reflected in sort of the justice system. So Harvey Weinstein is the big exception in that he is the most egregious offender within the Me Too movement that has been brought to trial. But the vast number of men who have been accused of abuse have not faced trial and have not been convicted. And I think that annoys a lot and frustrates a lot of people. But in terms of the sort of the structural change within Hollywood, I think that's been really significant.
OK, thank you for that, Scott. DW Culture correspondent Scott Roxburgh.